create and share an honest and inspiring reality. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of ShiShi Meditations. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about a really powerful concept that has influenced me a lot. And that's the idea of having a code of personal values and principles that you live by. And specifically for me, this has manifested in the form of one sentence, one phrase that is essentially like my mission statement that I pretty much just try to live my entire life by and filter everything in my life through to basically see if it fits into the kind of person that I'm trying to be and the kind of things that I'm trying to do during my time on this planet. So my sentence that, again, is, well, not again, but is obviously a work in progress. I'm 28 years old right now, so it definitely could change. But right now, the sentence that is my personal phrase that I live by is create and share an honest and inspiring reality. So I'm going to get into like what that means to me and why I chose that sentence and why it's those words specifically. But before I do that, I want to just talk about the efficacy and effectiveness of this tool in making decisions and how it's helped me in my life. So basically, like when you have a phrase like that, that is something that you've put a lot of thought into and that you can apply to every different area of your life, it essentially serves as like a filter for behaviors, choices, decisions, everything from the micro, like what you're going to eat for breakfast, to the macro, like what career you want to go into, to who you're going to date, to how you're going to spend your Saturday night. Every decision, essentially, you can filter through a sentence like that and say, is this decision that I'm about to make or not make lining up with this sentence? So the reason that I chose create and share an honest and inspiring reality is because for me, what I really feel like I'm here on this earth to do, and what I feel called to do, and what I enjoy doing the most, and what I feel like I have a chance at being the best at with practice, deliberate practice and work, is basically using my whatever innate proclivities towards being creative and connecting with people to essentially create a reality that is authentic and genuine, and inspires other people to be authentic and genuine with themselves. So, the most obvious example of that for me is like as an artist making music, my ultimate goal with my music is to make music that's genuine and authentic and that inspires people in some way, that moves them emotionally in some way, that leaves them better off than before they listen to that song. And the reason that this is such a powerful filter is, a couple years ago, I was producing music and I started getting some opportunities to produce music for other people. And also like just various things like producing for TV shows or commercials or like, other artists and stuff like that. And also like mixing and mastering and all the different sort of like career avenues that are possible in the music industry as somebody that makes music. And I realized that as much as, and I have nothing against like people that do that for a living or, make music for film or other artists, but I kind of realized very quickly that the whole reason that I personally got into making music was so that I would be able to do something completely true and authentic to myself with no outside stipulations of how it's supposed to sound or what it's supposed to be like. And something that first and foremost inspired me and then hopefully would inspire other people because it inspired me. And that was like the whole reason I got into music. That's what made it like not feel like a job to me, that the fact that there was nobody telling me like what to do and I could be completely true to myself as a human being, as an artist. And I realized that when you get these like jobs to produce for other people or whatever it is, commercial stuff, you basically get like a brief in some way, shape or form where they're like, we wanted to sound like this, we wanted to sound like that. And again, like I'm not passing judgment on anybody that does that. Like it's dope. And the world needs that. And, there's really talented people that are doing that kind of work. But just for me personally, like, it didn't feel authentic to be making music that had some sort of like directive from the outside. And so I was able to basically filter that through this like value system that I have and realize that, okay, like that career is not for me. Like that's not going to be something that I do. Like if I make a living from my music, it's going to be because I'm an artist and like there's enough people that like my music that I can financially support myself by like going on tour or whatever. And I'm not there yet, but that's like the goal. That's essentially the goal. And what that's done is it's really helped me to focus and not waste time and energy like pursuing a million different things because like I'm not sure about like, oh, well, what if the TV thing works out, or what if I could like produce for other people? And like maybe one day, like I said, that'll change. But right now, having that value system and that phrase that I live by really helps me to just stay focused on what I'm doing. So that's like more of a macro level, like in terms of like a career or like, expressing yourself as a creative or as an artist. But also this phrase, this value system really helps to guide my behaviors and the energy that I bring to different situations. So like, for example, it's if like I'm in a bad mood for whatever reason, which happens to everyone, and I like go to a restaurant and the waiter like gets my order wrong or something, if I were to then like, because I'm already in a bad mood, take out my anger or my irritation on the waiter by like flipping at him or like being like rude or whatever, or being dismissive, like that is not creating an honest and inspiring reality for myself or for that waiter. Like neither of us is leaving that situation feeling like we had an authentic interaction, or feeling inspired like to be our best self. Like we're both leaving like more pissed off than when we started. And so I'm not saying that I'm perfectly stick to this all the time. Like it's an ideal, it's a value system that's kind of like, if I'm being my best self, then hopefully I'm doing that more often than not. But just having that as like a North Star for how to conduct myself is really powerful. And it basically like kind of tells me like how I need to be acting all the time. So yeah, I just wanted to share this video because I think it's really, really powerful to like be real with yourself about like, who am I? What am I trying to do? Like not only with my career, but also like day to day, like how am I trying to interact with people? How am I trying to have an impression on people, or leave them after they have interacted with me? Like what kind of energy am I trying to give people? Energy is contagious. So whatever you put out there, that person is going to not only intake it into themselves, but it's going to rub off on them, and then it's going to affect their interactions with the next, person that they talk to. And so it's really like this interconnected web of all of these different interactions that we're having with each other constantly that is going to collectively either lower the energy and make it more negative of this planet, or raise it and make it more positive, if we try to come into situations with more love and empathy and respect and acceptance for each other. So this has been like a really powerful phrase to me and for me, and a really powerful practice. And again, like I'm not perfect. I don't stick to it all the time, and I definitely let myself down, with regards to it. But just knowing that I have that North Star for how to conduct myself, and also knowing like if there's opportunities that come up in my life, whether it's career or relationship, romantic, whatever it is, I can filter those through and say like, is this relationship going to allow me to further create an honest and inspiring reality? Is this job going to give me an opportunity to do that? Whatever it might be. It helps me really stay focused and not get like thrown left and right by the clutter and madness of life. So let me know what you guys think about this concept. It's been really powerful for me. And like I said, I'm 28 years old. So like this is one phrase that might change. But if you guys think it's cool, I highly recommend like taking, a few hours, like take an afternoon, like walk around, think about your life and try to come up with your own phrase. And if you do, I would love to hear like what it is. And again, it's not like a static thing, but something that's really helped me a lot. So that's ShiShi Meditations episode, I don't know which one it is, but I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.